I call the member for Hughes.
On behalf of the Parliamentary Joint Committee on Law Enforcement, I present the following reports. Examination of the Australian Crime Commission's Annual Report for 2014 and 15, and examination of the Australian Federal Police Annual Report for 2014-15, and I seek leave to make brief comments to the reports.
Is leave granted?
Leave is granted.
Thank you, member for Shortland. I call the member for Hughes.
I thank the member for Shortland. Firstly, on the Australian Crime Commission report, Deputy Speaker, we note that in 2014 and 15, the Australian Crime Commission has disrupted 54 serious and organised criminal groups and networks. It has seized more than $34 million in cash, $1.96 billion estimated street value of illicit drugs, and more than $175 million of precursor chemicals. It has restrained more than $238 million in assets. It has assisted in issuing 95.3 million tax assessments and the arrest of 194 people on 548 charges. It has seized 18 firearms and referred 88 entities to the Criminal Assets Confiscation Taskforce with an estimated value of over $80 million. The committee commends the Australian Crime Commission for its vital contribution to Australia's fight against serious and organised crime, both domestically and internationally. The committee is supportive of the ACC expanding its capabilities and intelligence gathering to offshore locations, especially into regions that are known to be the source of illicit materials such as crystal methamphetamines. For the report, our examination of the Australian Federal Police's annual report, we note that in the year 2014 and 15, that the Commissioner has said, and I quote, "It was characterised by challenges and change, with a diversion of significant resources to meet the emerging terrorism threat." Despite that, Deputy Speaker, the AFP was successful during 2014-15 of the seizure of 9 tonnes of illicit drugs, the restraint of $246 million in criminal assets, the conduct of 8 terrorism-related disruption activities, resulting in 25 people being charged, the arrest of 672 persons for Commonwealth crimes with a 94% conviction rate, the establishment of Fraud and Anti-Corruption Centre, together with 9 other Commonwealth agencies, enhanced cyber safety of over 190,000 Australian children via the Think You Know program, the deployment of 99 staff in 29 countries, and the training of 4,896 law and justice officials from 16 nations. The committee also notes, Deputy Speaker, that we remain concerned about its inability to examine the AFP's counter-terrorism activities. As the committee has previously stated, these activities often overlap with its important law enforcement functions, and preventing the committee from overseeing this element of the AFP's work may lead to unintended gaps in parliamentary oversight and hamper the committee's ability to effectively oversee the AFP. The committee recommends that the government introduce legislation to re-establish the Parliamentary Joint Committee's law enforcement oversight function with respect to the monitoring, reviewing or reporting of the performance of the Australian Federal Police of its functions under Part 5.3 of the Criminal Code. I present the report.
Thank the member for Hughes.